Two fat guys in a microphone. Two fat guys in a microphone. Two fat guys in a microphone. Big talk, no filter.
All right, I'm Tim, Big Talk.
I'm Paulie, no filter. You guys know me.
All right, we do. We appreciate you.
Hopefully you guys are all out there watching our podcast that we're putting out. We're putting a lot of time and effort into this.
Yeah.
And not just because we want you guys to subscribe, vote, and share. I'm actually having fun doing this, Tim.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely.
Addison and our son guy in the back, I mean, he comes here every week, this poor guy. He hears it firsthand like you guys are hearing it out there. He has no clue what we're going to talk about.
Right.
He's just,
right.
he's doing the sound in the screens and all that, changing it all up.
Yeah.
But I know I told him when he comes in, it's new to him every week too, so it's got to be exciting for him.
Yeah, and we don't shout him out enough. You didn't
No,
shout him out at all.
I know.
So he's getting a little cranky.
No, he's been all right today. He's doing all right back there. Today.
Addison,
He's doing a good job. We'll know when he's cranky. He'll grab the camera and shake it a little, make us look like we're floating or something.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah.
we know we're in trouble.
Well, and most of the time he's mad at you.
Yeah,
not me, because you're like, you
I don't
spot
know.
something, you're like,
I-
hey, this is green. It's like, yeah, I'm not there yet, jerk.
Yeah, well, I didn't have to knock the camera over and he had to redo the whole room just when you had to go pee. You know what I
Well,
mean?
you know what? You don't put two fat guys in a fucking closet.
Yeah, we're in a closet here, all right. But hey, we're putting them out. You guys
Yeah.
see a lot of our show. We got a lot out there now. We're putting them out.
Right,
We're starting to lay them down and put them out, guys. But today's show, we're gonna touch topics a little, and this is what we've always said. We're gonna keep it 100%. We're gonna tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help our fat asses.
Yeah. Help them.
And here's the thing: we're gonna touch subjects that people aren't gonna like, or they don't like to touch because they're scared to touch them.
Right.
And today we're gonna hit one, and we're big topic here.
Yeah.
Go ahead and show them what we're gonna talk. Oh, we're gonna talk about some racism
look at
today.
that. You know what?
Hey.
And we've experienced it. Not so much. Well, I've experienced racism too. So have you. But I'm talking about because of our weight. We
See, I don't consider that racism. I can fat
it's not
shaming and all
racism,
that.
but it's like, and I'll tell you a quick story before we get into this.
Okay.
You remember when we were going to the gym? We were going to CrossFit.
Yeah, it
actually.
didn't work, but yeah.
elite boxing and
Yes,
CrossFit
yeah.
is where we'd go. We'd get up, be there at 6:00 in the morning, et cetera, et cetera. But then one of the trainers that was a Division I, college athlete from UNR was my trainer. And we went to another place that he was working out of too.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what happened to me. So I'm walking in there, he's already there. These two girls come out about 25 and clear as day say, well, that's somebody's project.
Wow.
And it's like, but to me, I'm
That's why
more
you were there.
thinking it's
You're
like,
there to you're there to work out. You're
Yeah.
there to lose the weight. So yeah, you are someone's project.
Right.
I would have been like, "Shut up, bitch."
Yeah, no, exactly. But the thing is to that is that now I know, their life is going to be miserable. Like they're probably on their second or third marriage by now.
Right, because they got that kind of attitude.
That kind of
You're right,
attitude.
exactly.
Yeah, they're not.
But see,
they're
like
not good
I said, I think that's the fat shaming part. That does to me. That's not the racism part.
No,
racism.
it's not.
When we all know what racism means. I mean, it's big problem. It's been a
Right.
big problem in this country all of our lives, obviously.
100%. Yeah.
And it goes back. We were talking about this. It goes back generational.
Yeah, it is.
My grandmother, I love her to death. Love my grandmother, but
Yeah.
she was old school and she did not like black people. And I'm not ashamed to say
100%.
it. I mean, let's be real. We're going to keep it real.
Yeah.
And if the truth hurts, don't watch us.
No,
but she was.
exactly.
But I think it goes generational. Now, my mom, not as much.
Yeah.
And then it goes from me, not at all.
Right.
And I can say that. And I'm going to say this too, because we had this discussion before outside of here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not sugarcoat it. Have I ever said the N word? Have I ever said the N word?
Yeah.
If I said I wasn't, I'd be lying.
Right.
And I don't lie.
Right.
Of course,
Right.
I've said it a few times in my life. Was I proud of it? Absolutely not.
No.
And it goes back to high school. I remember saying it once in high school, and I know I did. And I had friends that said, "Don't worry about it." No, I did worry about it because I knew it was wrong.
Right. Right.
And that's where it stopped. I think in my generation, my kids forget about it.
Right.
And a perfect example. We've had friends over. I have a lot of black friends. We've had some black friends over, and as you know, black people throw that N word out there a lot.
To themselves. Yeah.
To themselves, right. And they've done it in my house partying. Hey, we're sitting there drinking, having a good time. And they've say it, and my wife will stop. Hey, don't say that in my house. And they took it as they thought she was joking. until she made it clear that you can leave.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, Jen, we're sorry. We didn't mean to bring. We didn't mean to do that." And
Right.
she doesn't like that word. She doesn't
Right.
like the word said. And it's in our house. It's a respectful thing.
Right.
And they backtracked and they didn't say it again.
Right.
And that's how that's how it's got to stop. If
Right.
we start more people do that, it will stop. And it's
Right.
got to go both ways. I mean, they
100%.
look at us. We get a lot of hate too because we're white. I mean, let's be honest.
Right, right.
But I mean, the reason why we're bringing this up in the news right now, and I seen this on one of my friends'
Are you
Facebook
jumping in
pages
the
this
news?
morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm jumping in the news.
All right, all right.
The reason why we're
I
bringing
guess
this,
I was done.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, take the floor. Please.
No, we got it. Let's.
I thought that we were bringing it up because of the news. One of my friends posted something today that caught my eye.
Right,
It was about a young black kid getting beat up in a barn in Wisconsin.
right.
And I seen it on his posts, and I pay attention to my friends' posts.
Yeah.
And when I see something like that, I go, man, that ain't right.
Right,
And the lady on the post said that none of the mainstream media was covering it.
Yeah, yeah.
And this isn't the first time. This is like the third or fourth time it's happened,
Right.
and nobody's bringing it up. So guess what? We have a platform now. We can bring it up.
Right.
and I don't want to put their names out there. My Facebook friend put it up there this morning, and he
Right.
he knows who he is.
Right.
And he put it up, and I paid attention. Don't think we don't watch that. I mean, I watch
Right.
people's things, and if it's wrong, it's wrong. I don't care what color it is. It's wrong. If this kid got beat up because he was, a little black kid hanging out with these white kids in a barn,
Yeah.
and they thought it was okay to beat him up, bullshit.
Right.
I call bullshit. Don't do it.
Right.
We don't know. Now, we don't know the whole story. Something could have been said that we didn't see that set him off before that. I'm not sticking up for
Right.
that.
We're not talking about that.
If they beat him up and they did this and they were dropping the hard R's,
Yep.
is what the lady said on the thing that I saw.
Right.
Then they're wrong. They're wrong, and the media should post it. And I guess the cops showed up there later because of a fire at the barn, not because this kid got beat up, and they never investigated, never questioned it, never asked the kid, press charges against these kids for beating them up. That's wrong. It's wrong, and that's where still, I didn't know Wisconsin was racial. I mean, I guess I'm naive. I don't know. I grew up where we didn't look at color like the way they do, in some of these other states.
Right. Right. Right.
I mean, so many states down south, I heard they were still pretty bad. I don't get down there enough.
Exactly, and I think that's the thing is that when you're talking about core racism, because everybody will say, oh, I have a black friend, I have this. Now, I'm not criticizing because I have them too, but
Right.
But I'm not saying to you, but I'm saying then when something gets to the core, here's where the racism comes out, because then it's automatically, well, I'm going to say the worst thing I could possibly say to you because you little,
That's what I did in high school. One time, I got punched in the back of the head by another kid,
Yeah.
and he happened to be black,
Right.
and I turned around and threw the N-word out because I was pissed off.
Right.
Not because I hated black people, not
No.
because I'm a racist.
But you knew that would hurt.
I knew it was, but I can look back as an adult and go, I shouldn't have done it. It was
Right.
still didn't matter. It shouldn't have been said.
You need to send an apology letter.
I wish. I don't think. I don't know if he's even around still. I'd have to. Somebody probably remembers from high school. They'll remember that.
Right. Right.
But I mean, I remember from high school. What I remember from high school is this. I was telling you the story.
Right.
And I'll make it short as I can. How much
Please
time?
do.
Well, we got
Please
plenty
do.
of time.
Please. Oh, here we go.
I got, and actually, it's funny because the person that posted this video today was one of the people. But I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna put a name out there because I still love these guys. We grew up together. Niagara Falls is a tight community.
Right.
Our school, Trot Vocational, was a tight school. I got my bicycle robbed by two kids in high school.
That happened to be.
And I know what? I loved that bike.
Right,
Loved
right,
it. I just got it. It was beautiful. 10-speed. I was probably too fat for it. I should have had bigger, thicker tires. But anyways,
Yeah.
it got robbed, and they happened to be two black kids.
Right.
When they robbed the bike, and I seen them driving away from it, and you guys know who you are. I'm not going to say your names because I love you guys, but you know who you are. I bring this up all the time. I still friends with them on Facebook. I bust balls about my
Right.
bike sometimes with them.
Yeah, for sure.
But I didn't look at them as those two black kids stole my bike. I looked at it as, hey, those two kids stole my bike.
Right. Right.
Their color did not matter to me. That never even crossed my mind.
Right.
That I know who. Like I said, I knew who they were. It was those two kids stole my bike. I never said those two black kids. That ain't what happened then.
Right,
So
right.
I look at it. I learned a long time ago. I never looked at color like that, or to be racist. You know what I mean? I'm not. Just never was that type of person.
Yeah, no, and you're right. I think it is generational, and we also make our own choices. I grew up
Absolutely.
in a family, that was racist and stuff. But when I got to high school and junior high and all that kind of stuff, when I was little, I was in a Christian school.
You were never little.
No, there was a time. I got
Okay.
pictures.
Yeah, at birth.
No, I was like freaking 10 pounds or something. Yeah. I always told people I was 8 pounds, 3 ounces or whatever. And then I looked at my actual birth certificate because I had to order a new one.
Oh yeah.
I was like, holy crap. I was
How many
almost
zeros did it have on?
I was almost 11 pounds.
Wow. You're like a turkey at Thanksgiving.
My mom popped that out. So it's like, no wonder she was pissed all the time. But no, but the thing is that then I had to be the one to choose not to be that.
We're all responsible for our own choices.
Right. And so in doing that, I feel I broke the cycle. Then I got 2 kids, and it's like that cycle is
Oh
broken.
yeah, my kids. Neither one of my kids would ever. They don't have a racist bone in their body.
Right.
And like I said, neither do I.
Yeah.
We all do. We get heated a moment and say things that we regret that we said.
Sure.
Of course. But you know what I always said? Words are like bullets. Sometimes you can't take them back.
No, 100%.
So
100%.
even that, you got to be careful what you say.
Yeah, and that's why wording is a big deal. Like when they use words like undocumented, and stuff like that. Well, that's not the word, but that's to sugarcoat it, right?
Right.
So again, that I'm just bringing an example. I'm not going to go off on a tangent. I'm just saying that, words do matter. It's like we grew up with the saying, "Sticks and stones may break your bones, but names will never hurt you."
Right.
And it's like, you know what? I believed that until I started getting, when I got, out of school, out of college, is when I put on most of my weight.
Words hurt.
And yeah, they can sting. So they do mean something.
See, I don't think they hurt. Like when people talk about us being fat and stuff, those have never. I mean, maybe when I was younger they did, but my skin's too thick now. I've heard it all. There's nothing they could say to me to hurt my feelings now.
Exactly.
But I mean, like I said, that to me is not on the same level of racism.
No, 100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And growing up in a small town in Niagara Falls everybody got along. I mean, when I was in first grade, or no, I think it was first grade, Cleveland Avenue School. My dad owned an ambulance company.
Uh-huh.
And it was kindergarten. We were in kindergarten at Cleveland Avenue School. And my father brought the ambulance in to pick me and my uncle up because the KKK was running into North Junior High School. I'm a little kid. I didn't. Oh yeah, I didn't know what Klan was.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't even spell Klan. I still can't. But I mean, he picked us up to drive us home to get us out of there because this was going on, and I had no clue. So you're talking, I was a little kid. It was still that predominant then.
Right.
I didn't, but for some reason it started disappearing when I grew up because, like I said, I never seen it and never grew up that way, thinking that way or acting that way.
Right.
And I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad my kids don't. Because we have to end somewhere. We have to do better.
Yeah.
We have to do better.
And I was with too. I grew up in Sacramento, and I got in with the wrong crowd, if you will, or whatnot. They protected me, but it was all black guys. They loved me, and stuff. So we're over at an apartment.
Well, they loved you because if they had to run, you were going to get caught, not them.
Okay. But anyways, that's why I can't get through saying anything, because you run your big mouth and stop everything. So we're going longer now. Because,
okay, we're going longer.
Yeah, you take every opportunity to
all right, we're going longer. Go ahead. Floor is yours.
Oh, thanks for now.
The whole floor.
So, can you mute his mic by any chance? I believe you can.
Yes, you can.
But anyhow, no. And so I'm over there. We're hanging out. The NIGGA is what they, throw around. They leave off the R and stuff.
Right.
And so I felt comfortable enough of it, because they used to call me the white one.
Right. No.
Stuff. No, and they were all cool with it. But then there was this one guy that I didn't know. He was kind of light skinned, but he was black. And I said that, and he almost wanted to fight me. It was the black guys that jumped in and just beat the shit out of him, told him not to come back because, that's the kind of coolness we had with each other.
Right.
And then as I got older, it's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to even, say it like that, period. But again, that was a respect thing that they had for me.
It's funny you bring that up because I don't say it. I actually have asked this question about I've been around some of my black friends, and I've asked them, if I'm singing a rap song and it's part of the song, I still don't even feel comfortable saying it.
Right.
And I don't.
Right.
And they said, oh, it doesn't matter. No, to me it does.
Right. Right.
I cannot justify saying it because I just don't. I mean, I say it when I'm around myself singing a song because it's a song, but in front of them, I think it's disrespectful. You know who really opened my eyes around? It was Ice Cube,
That was funny. I was just thinking about Ice Cube too.
the
go ahead.
comedian. There was a comedian that did blackface, and he said the word on the air as a joke,
Okay.
and he got blasted for it.
Sure.
Ice Cube sat down with him in an interview, and I remember Ice Cube saying this to him. He said, "Look, I like you. You're a great comedian. I'm on your show all the time." He goes, "But that's our word."
Yeah. And
That's what he said. He said, "That's our word. You're not allowed to use it." And it made sense to me because, I mean, we don't go around, hey cracker. We don't do
Right,
that. We
right,
just don't do it. And that's
right.
okay. That's
Right.
that's what society has came to now. And it's acceptable I accept it. It doesn't bother me that they say it.
Right.
It's part of their language, you know what I mean? And that's okay.
yeah. And what I was talking about, I saw Ice Cube on the Bill Maher show. And,
That might have been it.
And what he was saying is that, that is our word.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah.
And that's and that's ours, and so we take that word back, and I understand that to a point that hey, this was derogatory for us hundreds of years, right?
Right.
Now
And still is.
you can't, and you can't say it, but we're taking it back, and I respected that and I liked that.
That's
You
what I took it the same way. I understood it when he said it. It made
Yeah.
sense to me.
Yeah.
And also, my son-in-law, he's a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And Scooby is another rapper here. I think you know Scooby.
I know Scooby.
Yeah. So he's a rapper here locally in Reno, and he gets away with it. He says it all the time. And I've mentioned to him, I've said to him a couple times, Scoob, you're a good rapper, probably one of the best in Reno.
Yeah.
I've always said that.
Right.
My son-in-law says no, but
Of course.
or other people have said no.
Yeah.
But he's very good. And I said, you can do it without using that word. He's like, oh, it's okay. They know me. They know me. I've always said it doesn't matter. I've always been against it. I still am. I'll always stick to that. I think he could do music without it. Does that make you feel like a better rapper? Because that's not what I see when I look at you as a rapper. I listen to your lyrics and all that. And then when you say that, it takes away from your skills.
Right.
And I could say I'm probably a rap connoisseur. I've been listening to rap music since it came out back in the 80s.
Well, me too. NWA is what kicked it off for me.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm going back to the Fat Boys and Run DMC when it first started. I know everything about rap music, and I know he can do it without using that word, even though he gets a pass.
Yeah.
Here's what I told him one time, I don't know if I told him, but I did think this. Go down south where they don't know you, and get on stage and start singing that, and think it's going to be okay. You get a pass maybe with your boys, your homeboys here in Reno, or maybe around the area, but you do it somewhere else and it's not acceptable. And I'm a firm believer that it's not.
Right.
I think you can do away with that in your music and still be a good rapper.
Well, and I think here's the thing that you're thinking, because that's how I would feel too, listening to it, is that because we know what that word is and means, that even when somebody sings it that's not black, you just automatically feel, ooh.
Has Eminem ever said it?
Not that I've seen.
I don't think so.
No.
And he's the greatest of all times.
Right. He's the greatest white rapper
And he does
ever.
not say the word. So
No.
that proves that it can be done.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. So,
I mean, he doesn't, and I'm sure he doesn't do it just out of respect to his friends and all that. It's not in his vocabulary. He's
Right.
it's like, man, it's not in my vocabulary.
Right.
I mean, like I said, the few times that I have said it, I felt bad. I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And as long as you can own your mistakes, it makes you a better person.
Yeah, no, I agree. So, again, like I said, we wanted to give our outtake on, racism and what it means to us and our kids and our upbringing and stuff like that. So, I think we need more people, quite honestly, like us.
We need to talk about it more.
Yeah,
It needs to be talked about more.
Exactly, because we know the whys. This isn't what anybody else is saying. Is that you say the word and it's like, oh, you're a racist.
Right.
No, not necessarily, but that's the way I know I can hurt you in an argument. Right.
Right.
It's not right, but I'm just saying that's that's the way I could hurt you in an argument.
It's used as leverage or as hate. It's used to spark the the argument at the moment. you
Yeah.
know. And it's
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people know me out there. A lot of my friends know me, and like I said, I even feel bad. And it sounds funny, but it's the only way you can express it. Like when I say, well, I have a lot of black friends. I shouldn't have to say that. I have friends.
Right,
Doesn't
right.
matter. I don't care about the color, but I'm
Right.
saying it to prove the point of
Yeah.
to for the show purposes. I mean, they're friends. Friends are friends. I mean, I have friends that I've grown up with all my life. I have friends that I just met out here that that I consider family. Color doesn't matter to me.
Right.
It really doesn't.
Right, and this is the funny thing. I think all of my black friends keep me around so that we don't get pulled over.
Oh, you're not getting. What did they say? You know why you got pulled over? Yeah, because driving black.
yeah, yeah,
And I think it's true. I
Yeah.
think it's true. I've seen a lot of that happen. I've seen a lot of the way they get treated.
Yeah.
But then it goes back to they get pulled over and they use that as a crutch to piss the cop off. And,
Right.
I mean,
Not
I get pulled over.
comply,
Yes,
so-
sir. No, sir. Here's my stuff, and I'm out of there.
yeah, exactly.
I'm not questioning them. I'm not calling them out. Why are you pulling me over? So
Yeah.
a lot of that is caused to themselves. They deserve that because that's how they're acting out
Yeah.
of character.
Now, do we know that there's just piece of crap cops out there? 100%.
Let me tell you, how much time we got? Oh, yeah, we got time. Let me tell you this. I drove ambulance in New York when I was younger.
Yeah.
Okay. I know a couple cops back there and I will never say their names to
Right.
put them out there,
Yeah, sure.
but they've told me that they've tased them. Now, when you tase somebody, you're supposed to take them to the hospital and have them taken out.
Right.
Like not surgically, but there's a way that the medical people are supposed to take them out.
Right.
And when it came to black people, they used to
Just-
brag about how they just rip them out at the scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't realize this when I was growing up, 18 years old, working on the ambulance, and these cops were telling me this because we look as cops as heroes, right? Okay.
Yeah.
They're not all
They
heroes.
should be, but they're not.
And we go, check out our heroes thing. All hero, everybody's a different hero.
Exactly.
There's good and bad when it
Right.
comes to them. And I didn't realize it when I'm 18. I'm thinking, oh, cops are right. If they're doing it, it must be right.
Right.
Until I got old enough to realize and go, wait a minute, that was wrong as hell.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, that was so far from right.
Right.
And then that's when I realized it. That's when I went, man. There's now I know when they say good cops, bad cops, and I mean we can't go back, but we can go ahead, and that's why we're talking about this. I mean, we're hoping maybe we can. I mean, we're not going to change the world. We're not going to change racism.
No.
But you know what? The more people talk about it, the little bit better it gets, and we're hoping it gets a little better. Hoping people do better.
Well, I'll say this too, because we know where this is, and if you're in Reno, you know where this up Old Virginia. Like before all of the road construction there, you could get on the freeway there.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So I get pulled over going to Panther Valley. So I see the lights right as I'm turning on the street I was going to my house over there, and so I pull over.
This is recently.
No, this was back when I was here before.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was. I was pulled over, lights and everything and stuff like that, gun drawn. And I was like, oh crap, But then when he walked up to the car and saw who
Was
I
it Halloween?
no,
Okay.
no. But what he said is like, oh, okay, my bad. We got a report on a Mustang, but it was a black guy that was driving the Mustang. So when he saw that I was white, because he couldn't tell,
Racial profiling.
But yeah, he
At its
just,
finest.
but yeah, it was like, oh, and then he turned around and walked away like nothing else, and I drove off and he drove off. But that right there, is like, if you were a black guy that was pulled over like that and you weren't the black guy, you're going through a series of,
Oh my God, I wouldn't want to be in them shoes.
no, 100%.
Yeah, one wrong twitch and you could be dead.
Yeah.
And that's yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's where the bad goes.
yeah. Yeah.
But anyhow, we just wanted to share that out there because, again, you're going to see stuff on the media and things like that, and that's why no one trusts the media anymore, and everybody's going to podcasts and media news and stuff like that.
I mean, the minute I seen that podcast or that reel today on my buddy's on Facebook, I called you right away this morning and said, "Hey, I want to talk about this today."
Right,
and
right.
it was because she said on there nobody else is talking about it. I'm like, well,
We'll talk about it, yeah.
Yo, that's why we're here. Big talk, no filter. We're going to talk about anything and everything.
yeah, and this should have been news.
It should have been news. I mean, I'd like to hear the whole story.
Yeah.
Maybe, if it's what it is, then them cops should be in trouble for going there and not investigating it.
So I don't care for Channel 2 News. I think they're the wokest.
Don't get me going.
Yeah, exactly. They're the wokest. When you see these woke CNNs, they're part of that. But anyhow, the thing is that we were talking about the guy who died at Burning Man, right?
Yeah.
And their press release, and when they talked about it on the news, there was a white man killed.
I did see that.
And it's like,
It did
why
say that.
in the hell?
I did see that.
do
You're right.
People never done that before.
I've
It's
never
like,
seen that on the news.
Yeah.
I caught my eye too. I'm like, why did they put that?
Yeah. What are you doing?
90% of people out of Burning Man are white.
Yeah, exactly.
But why do you got to tag it with the white?
Well, that shows where their producers are, where
Yeah.
their
Shows their
leadership
character.
is, and their character. And we all know they're pieces of crap.
Yeah, Channel 2 is
Anyways,
the worst.
Yeah, Channel 2. That's our opinion on it. And
you want to debate us? Call us. We'll have you on
we'll
here.
Definitely. Yeah, I'd like to see somebody from Channel 2 come on here too.
Yeah.
Because I'll destroy them.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I don't understand why they had to put white. I mean, that definitely.
Exactly. What's that trying to do? But nothing but like incite something.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
point out something. It doesn't matter.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It goes both ways. I mean, it's not just one sided here.
No, and that's when I don't know if you remember this, but there was a guy who took a U-Haul truck, had some propaganda in it, and he was trying to ram one of those cement concrete things to get to the White House.
Yeah.
All the media, all the woke, liberal media is like, oh, this was a white guy, that did this, and this. And then when the truth comes out about 3 days later, they don't retract it. It's just that this guy was
Middle Eastern.
But they started off right away saying it was some disgruntled, freaking white guy trying to blow up the Capitol.
To be in what you're saying is, I mean, the news stirs up a lot of racism.
Yeah.
They really do.
That's why I say I don't watch MSNBC. I don't watch
a lot of the news. Yeah, and you know what? If they would
CNN.
stop pushing, how does it go? United we stand, divided we fall.
Yeah,
They want us
exactly.
divided.
Oh, 100%.
And the media is great at trying to divide us.
Right.
And
Right.
white, black, American, Muslim, everything. They love dividing.
And if you notice when they even talk about podcasters or somebody like that or somebody on X, it's like, well, not a real journalism, not a real journalist. Or
They
not
would say
the
that about
real
us.
this.
We're not real journalism, but you
Yeah,
know what? We're
but-
giving it the freaking truth.
We're giving you the facts,
Yeah.
for sure. But it's like that's their stance: is that everybody online don't go there, trust us, even though we've shown for the last 10 years you can't trust us.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing about us is you can trust us because we're gonna walk them fine lines that
Yeah.
people don't want to talk sometimes.
Right.
I mean, for us to put this up, people are probably going. They're gonna see this right here and go, "Oh my God, are they
right.
crazy going there?" Yeah, we are. We're
Yeah.
nuts.
No,
we're
we're-
nuts because you know why? We have opinions and we think with common sense
Right.
and we think the right way and we're not going to come on here and blast one side or the other. We're going
No.
to try to walk that. I've always tried to be
Uh-oh,
something.
there's
ESPN, something's going on.
ESPN, yeah. Something's going to start.
That means it's almost kickoff time.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no,
Okay,
we're
but
going to
come
walk
back
that
to it.
line. We're going to walk that line, and
100%.
we're going to stay there, and we're not going to please everybody,
Yeah.
and we understand that.
Yeah.
But we're not going to purposely try to hurt somebody
Right,
or talk
right.
about something that offends somebody or not. That's just not us.
Right.
That's
No,
not us.
not
and,
at all.
and you guys, if you know me. I've never done that. I'm not going to go there. I mean, I made jokes about my bike getting stolen and stuff like that. I still love them guys. They
Yeah.
know they know who they are.
I know, right?
And
Right.
believe me, I don't want a bike because my fat ass ain't riding a bike right now. So don't try to pay me back with a bike.
But and see, that's the thing with us in our generation. That's why it was so great, because you could fight somebody and then the next thing you guys are best friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, not these days. Not these days. They wanted to shoot.
Yeah, exactly. But no, that's
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
us.
I think we touched a lot on racism. Let's hit our sponsor though, if we can hit our sponsor on this
yeah.
one.
Let's do that. All right.
Elite Garage Door there. Johnny Lewis, a friend of mine, does great work. Did my garage doors.
Yeah.
Winter's coming up.
Yeah. So I will say to this, because having several garage doors that broken down in wintertime is because I didn't have them serviced.
Right.
So even if you don't, like panels aren't falling off and it stays on the track, have it serviced. Because
Yes.
when it's freezing and it's 30 below, out there and snowy.
Yeah, have them
and
inspect
it doesn't
it.
work.
Have them inspect it and tell you that everything's working good, or if
Yeah.
it needs to be fixed, it could be something minor. You could save a lot of money by getting it done ahead of time instead of preventative maintenance.
Right,
And I like I said, one of the best garage door companies here in Reno, Johnny Lewis at Elite Garage Door, 775-323-DOOR. Or the number's right there, 775-323-3667. Give him a call, and I know he'll take great care of you.
Right, 100%. So
hopefully you guys loved our show today.
Yeah, that's going to do it for this. Stay tuned. Next week, we're going to talk about more, but since we're on racism today, I want to go into the Colin Kaepernick,
we'll
fiasco.
talk about that. Why not?
So, yeah.
Especially
we're in
being here from Reno.
Football and stuff like that.
Foosball happening.
Yeah, our foosball.
Hey, you guys have a great day. We'll see you. Like and subscribe to us.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Two fat guys in a microphone. Two fat guys in a microphone. Two fat guys in a microphone. Big talk, no filter.